First at 5, two separate overnight shootings leave 3 people dead on the city's west side and northeast side. The first shooting happened at an apartment complex off Ingram Road about 2:30 this morning. 3 people were shot. Police say one of the victims, a 16-year-old girl, later died. Then, around 8:30 this morning, officers were called to the 9900 block of Perrin Bidle after 2 men were found dead in a parking lot. Officers believe the shootings happened around 3:30 this morning. Today, Police Chief William McManus sharing his frustrations about dangerous offenders arrested and released from jail.
60% of the people that we have arrested in the past few years, 3 I believe it is, we've arrested before. So we've got people that we're arresting and rearresting again. So to say that SAPD is not doing their job, that's not true.
McManus spoke exclusively to KENS 5 reporter Vanessa Croy. He says the bond for those accused criminals should be higher, but instead they're back on the streets and a threat to the public. Vanessa, the chief talked to you about a specific arrest officer made just last week.
Well, that's right, Deborah. The chief says this affidavit clearly outlines it all. He said a 19-year-old threatening to shoot up a school, even telling a co-worker that the Uvalde shooter was his idol. Well, thanks to that witness, police were able to arrest that man before he could act. But just a few hours later, that suspect was back at home.
I just don't understand why it's okay for this guy to be on the street.
San Antonio Police Chief William McManus is talking about this man, Rodolfo Valdivia Aceves. He was arrested last week after a witness said he threatened a mass shooting. His bond was set at $50,000, which he posted later that day and was released from jail.
Well, it's startling, especially in the wake of Uvalde. This individual being out on the street, regardless of what bond conditions he may have, is dangerous to the public.
According to an arrest affidavit, Aceves was working at an Amazon warehouse when he told a co-worker he was planning a mass shooting. But that wasn't the first time this witness said she heard Aceves reveal disturbing plans. A few weeks earlier, the witness said Aceves told her that he had a handgun and a rifle, and he now knew where to go and shoot up a school. Even more disturbing, Aceves said the gunman in the Uvalde school shooting was his idol.
With all of the mass shootings, with all the active shooter events that have happened just recently, and we got a guy who's threatening to do it, and he's back out on the street. It's frustrating to see that happen.
We asked Bexar County District Attorney Joe Gonzalez why the bond was set at $50,000.
The district attorney's office does not have the ultimate control as to where a bond is set or the amount that is set. We make bond recommendations.
But it's up to the magistrate judge to set the bond. Gonzalez said in this case, his office actually recommended a higher bond of $65,000.
Especially with everything that's happened with Uvalde, we're a lot more aware of the potential for harm.
Gonzalez says every person charged with a crime has the ability to bond out. Capital murder, the only exception.
The key is what bond is the correct amount. And when you have someone who is a danger to the public, that bond should be high, in my opinion.
A danger, McManus says, not only to the public, but those close to Aceves, including the witness who reported him.
Every right to be afraid. You know, retaliation is a very likely possibility.
Gonzalez said he depends on law enforcement to alert prosecutors about the severity of a case.
And if law enforcement is not telling us, this is a guy that knows where these people live. We believe he's got every ability to carry out his threat. We think that that the bond should be a lot higher than normal. Apparently, that didn't happen here.
The clear communication is right there in the affidavit. Right there in the affidavit. There doesn't need to be another word said.
In that affidavit, the witness told police at least 3 times she feared Aceves and was afraid of retaliation. The man accused of threatening a mass shooting also knows where her child goes to school. More details revealed in the affidavit from Aceves' father, who said his son had a history of mental illness and twice had been placed in a mental health facility. The father saying his son had just bought an AR platform rifle, leaving family members also afraid.
And I think it's unconscionable that he's on the street right now after making those kinds of threats in the aftermath of Uvalde and other shootings, other mass shootings that have happened most recently. What can be done? high enough bond to keep people in jail,
Yeah.
for starters.
DA Gonzalez said he supports the bond set by his prosecutor based on the information she had. Now, Acevas, on the other hand, is under pretrial supervision and has a hearing set for the end of the month. Deborah, back to you.
Vanessa, nice work. Thank you.